to the show. Oh, what a summer it's been. Huh? The drama. I tell you, we're all feeling the effects of the credit crunch, aren't we? Well, I'm back for another series. City bankers. Who knew that wasn't rhyming slang? But get it together. I'll tell you, enjoy all of this, ladies and gentlemen. The lights, the excitement. Next week, the set's going to be made out of egg boxes. I'll be wearing jeans. And the only guests we can afford are Mr. Bradford, Mr. Bingley, and Howard from the Halifax. Missing you! Actually, the credit crunch is affecting everyone. Some people are doing without luxuries like toothpaste, shampoo, deodorant, soap. You know, people like this woman. Sweet Jesus in heaven. Put that picture on the back of cigarette packets. That'll put people off, wouldn't it? Forget a rotten lung. You'll be like, oh, my God. Now, lovely Amy. She's been in the news this week. Well, to be fair, she's been in the news every week. She was at a charity ball in London for the homeless. Collecting the money, I imagine. Here she is. Are those shorts or just a rash on her thighs? At the ball, she performed some of her greatest hits. She sang... And, of course, no one left till they heard everyone's favourite... Blood. Cheer up, dear friends, cheer up, because we've got some fantastic guests for you tonight. Joining us is the great Eddie Izzard, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He is. Eddie Izzard, a brilliant comedian and famously a cross-dresser. And if you're wondering what a man in a dress looks like, hello. One day I'm going to be king. And win the Grand National. But first, I'm going to eat these flowers. As an actor, Eddie was also nominated for a prestigious Tony Award in New York. Yeah. Actually, I once picked up a Tony in New York. No, it was Carl. I tell it like that. Anyway, different story. But joining us also from The Simpsons, one of my favourite comedians, Harry Shearer is here. Here we go. Some people are a little confused. He's not yellow. Now, you'll know Harry from his role as Derek Smalls in the cult film Spinal Tap. There he is. Oh, because I have met him before. Harry plays all those great characters in The Simpsons, like Ned Flanders.
Oakley dokley, neighboury. Can't wait to be on the show with you.
Dr. Hibbert.
I diagnosed split sides, cracked ribs, and a strained funny bone.
And, of course, Mr. Burns.
Smithers, you idiot. This isn't Parkinson. Get that Irish homosexual off the stage.
Let's get them on! Later, we'll have music from Scottish rockers Travis. But first, I just what about Harry? It's actor and comedian Harry Shearer! Woo! Woo! Hello. There he is. And one of our for the riches is actor and comedian Eddie Izzard. Woo! Hello, sir. Welcome. Have a seat. Look, both.
Who knew?
Welcome all.
Thank you.
I asked for both.
Red and white?
No, white and water.
Oh, OK, you have both.
So you can get more drunk during the show and then sober up a little bit, you know, with the water.
Clever.
White and more white.
Now, listen, obviously...
You were turning away from us.
I was.
Were there other guests over there?
No, yeah. Met them. Obviously, very successful now. But going back to the beginnings, now, I don't mean to appear rude, Harry, but because you don't seem old. You really don't seem
Thank
old.
you.
But
Yeah.
you were in an Abbott and Costello film.
Yes, it's true.
Which seems incredible.
It seems incredible to me.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Not he's so old. He doesn't know his own name.
Graham, I remember this, too. Yeah.
You were 3 years old, or?
It was my prenatal work.
All right.
Yeah. I worked for a day in an Abbott Costello movie, and it was only with Costello, so I don't remember Abbott.
It's extraordinary that, you know, that you then kept going in really cool, popular shows. That's
Well, I
amazing.
got out of show business for a while. I thought, that, well, that was nice. I was, you know, you act as a child, and you think, now I'm going to have a grown-up career and be a serious person. And I tried that for a couple of years and thought, oh, my God, no.
And I know you've been fired a couple of times. Were those from regular jobs or from acting jobs?
No, I've never been fired from an acting job. I've been fired from radio. I have a radio show, and I was fired originally, first time, it was...
The first time.
There was a guy on the radio in Los Angeles who had a little career, midday...
That little career.
Midday show, entertaining, titillating housewives and truck drivers by taking phone calls from women talking about their sex life. And his comic shtick was that he always used kind of weird euphemisms for body parts. And so I did a piss take on his show using the real names of body parts. I got fired for saying the word penis. Yeah. And the general manager, whose cologne I can still smell to this day, said to me these words, unforgettable. I could understand if it was shit or fuck, but penis?
He thought that through.
He knew what he liked to hear.
And you, sir, obviously, now, because you're in... Well, yes.
I was going to say, I haven't been fired. I quite,
Yet.
you know... I mean, kicked out of school
Oh.
is the coolest thing.
Ooh.
And I never was. And it's kind of boring if you weren't, you know?
Were you never kicked out of school?
No. Now I wish I was. I mean, don't you? It's something you need to have on your CV. Kicked out of school for something like climbing a drain pipe and trying to. Yeah.
I was never kicked out.
No, okay.
No, I just waited till it ended. I noticed that it did finish.
Yeah. At university, I was sort of kicked out, but not really. They actually just let me. They actually said we don't care. They didn't even say go. I just said, can I stay? I'd got naught in my exams. And they said, oh, that's not very good. and I actually said to the professor, I didn't want to waste your time because I knew I was going to fail. And he said, oh, thank you. But my way of backing out of maths exams.
But now you're in Hollywood.
Yes. So because of not passing my maths exams, yes.
Because when you were starting out in busking and stuff, you wanted to be an actor, didn't you?
No, when I was 7, I wanted to be an actor, and then I wasn't getting any parts at school, and then...
I love that I wasn't getting any parts at
Well,
school.
I wasn't. And that's either because they couldn't see how really good I was, or because I was shit. I can't tell. I really can't tell.
There is that kind of thing that happens to English actors. They get to Hollywood, and they are the baddie, it seems to be. And you played a couple of baddies, but... You haven't really gone down the baddie route. You've kind of avoided the baddie.
There was a thing. There is a thing where you can end up playing bad guys, which is because of the English. The British were, you know, Revolutionary War, the Americans thing, and all the bad guys, like the Star Wars. You know, the Death Star was just full of British actors.
Yeah.
And going, are they coming? Shall we kill them now? Except for James Earl Jones was going, the force is strong with that one, the one on the left, and him, the guy with the hat. And all this kind of stuff. So they were always the bad guys. But I thought if you come from comedy and then you go and do a dramatic role, people have a baggage problem. They look at you and they go, he's going to do this any minute. You know, Jim Carrey, I think, suffers from this.
Yes.
He plays a serious role and people go, isn't he about to do something that's kind of full on? And so I thought, don't go that way. And I thought, if you actually play a psychotic character, a really twisted character, it's kind of more linked to comedians. Like you could go for me, because you've got a lot of, you know...
Madness.
Madness, and you've got the baggage of being Graham
Mad.
Norton, yeah? You've got the baggage of you.
Yes.
And so if you appeared in a drama, they go, it's Graham, he's in the thing in a drama. But if you played a psychotic character, they go, oh, I thought he was like that. And there is a route through. This was what I analysed. There's a route through psychotic characters.